From being gutted by the new Kravis baby on the way to absolutely hating his ex's new baby daddy, here's Scott Disick's reaction to Kourtney Kardashian's pregnancy. Yeah, Scott's stung by the news. Kourt's moving on with the love of her life, and they're taking big steps, so of course the ex of 9 years is gonna be jealous. It's natural to feel jealous, right? Scott's trying his best to be there for Kourtney while still taking care of himself. You know he'll always have love for Kourt, so he's trying to be as supportive as possible. These two have a lot of history together, and we've seen it all on our screens. 9 years is no joke, plus they have 3 kids together, so Scott just can't disappear from Kourt's life. The ex-couple has got to make sure things run smoothly, especially since a new baby is on the way now. Yeah, that's what's bugging this guy. He's not going to be Kourtney's only baby daddy anymore because Travis Barker is jumping on the bandwagon. Scott's been a part of the Kardashian clan for as long as many of us can remember. Yeah, he's an OG. And Scott, let me assure you, you're not going anywhere. The 40-year-old is worried that his own children are going to replace him. Yeah, he's scared he'll lose a hold of his children once the Kravis baby is here. You know how that goes. Once the baby is here, everyone is going to give it all the attention, and since Barker is the dad, he's going to be in the spotlight. More than Scott. Scott and Kourtney have found the secret recipe for co-parenting, and they're really good at it. The ex-couple continued their relationship as friends for the sake of their children, Mason, Penelope, and Rain, and it's going great. Kim and Kanye need to take notes from them. Scott and Kourtney have spent all their holidays together, even after calling it quits. I'm talking Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, you name it. But ever since Travis joined the Kardashian clan, the duo's dynamic has taken a hit. Scott's kids have a solid relationship with Travis, which is a good thing, right? Have you seen Penelope's TikToks with the Meet the Barkers alum? Yeah, they look tight. I get where Scott gets his jealousy from, but it's a good thing that he's trying to put his emotions past him. He even congratulated Kourt on the big news. See, he's keeping it together. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians star sent Kourtney a text, and he wants her to be happy even if it's without him. Scott knows that it's selfish of him to think about himself at the moment. It's Kourtney and Travis's big news. As far as his relationship with the Kardashian clan goes, I don't think he's got a lot to be worried about. He'll always be Mason, Penelope, and Rain's dad, just not Kourtney's husband. Scott proposed to the Kardashian sister multiple times when they were together, but she refused every single time. Ouch, that must have hurt. Scott believed for the longest time that he was going to get back together with Kourtney. Well, I definitely wouldn't hold my breath on that anymore. Talk about being a hopeless romantic, cause Scott's that ex. Speaking of exes, Barker's ex-wife, Shanna Moakler, took the news way better than Scott. The American model is excited for the new couple, and she knew about the big news way before Kourt announced it publicly. Can't say the same for Scott, because he found out from the news front page. Kourtney's pregnancy announcement was definitely one for the books. Yep, it made all the buzz in Hollywood. Kourtney held up a sign at Travis' Blink-182 show saying, "Travis, I'm pregnant," as a nod to the band's music video for All the Small Things. You can't tell me you don't love the iconic reference, because I'm all here for it. She jumped up and down with the huge sign in the crowd at Los Angeles' BMO Stadium. Barker looked shocked as he made his way to his wife, with a bandmate screaming in the background, "Someone's having a baby." The lovebirds shared a smooch. You know, the classic Kourtney and Travis PDA? Yeah, it bugs a lot of people, especially our man Scott. The couple's been posing on Instagram, showing off that baby bump, and it's making rounds on the internet. Yeah, if I was Scott, I'd stay off social media for a while. It's hard to scroll the internet without coming across the happy couple's infamous smooch. Fans are here for Kourt's iconic announcement. I mean, most of them are. Many others pointed out how it was staged, and of course it was. But hey, you're missing the point here. It was how they announced the pregnancy to the public, and I think it was freaking genius. It was just Scott who wasn't a big fan, and I don't blame him. The media personality has talked about how he's losing Kourtney as a friend ever since Travis came into her life. Poor guy. Scott's still a big part of Hulu's The Kardashian, so we hear a lot from him. Early on in Kourt's relationship with Barker, Scott opened up about how it was an adjustment losing Kourtney romantically. But it was even harder when Travis came, and he had to lose his best friend too. The 40-year-old said that after Kourt's marriage with the Blink-182 drummer, they were more co-parents than anything, and it was the most difficult thing in his life. Plus, watching the couple from the sidelines took a toll on him. If you keep up with the Kardashians, I'm sure you remember the time the clan didn't invite him to the family barbecue. And guess who was there instead? Yep, if you guessed Barker, you're absolutely right. Scott was devastated and said it hurt him the most, especially because he doesn't have another family to go to. But hey, it's for the best. He should take Kourt's happy marriage as a sign and try moving on with his life too. Instead of trash-talking Barker around the friend circle. Yeah, Scott's relationship with Kourt's new lover has been troubled from the start. Remember when I said Scott is a fan of Kourt and Travis's PDA? Yeah, it rubbed him in the wrong way enough for him to trash-talk the new couple to Kourt's exes. Eunice Benjima shared a screenshot of a DM Scott sent him which read, "Bro, like what is this? In the middle of Italy." Talk about jealousy at its peak. It pissed Kourtney off, and we all saw in it that won the Kardashians episode. Being jealous is one thing, but straight up trash-talking the couple, that's definitely crossing a line. Now we've seen these two hang out together. Remember when Travis, Scott, and Pete Davidson all went to Reigns' basketball game together? Yep, that was definitely one hell of a crossover that sent the internet into a frenzy. But don't let it make you think these two are friends. When we talk about Travis, couldn't care less about how Scott feels about him. He has a good relationship with Kourtney and her kids, and he wants to keep it that way. Yeah, you'll never find him trash-talking Scott, he's past all that. But the man himself, Scott, he's admitted to being jealous as hell of Barker. The Flip It Scott star was furious at Barker when he put a ring on Kourtney's finger. The media personality saw it coming, but he was hella jealous. Plus, Kourt's engagement took a toll on his mental health. He was going crazy, and it's not a stretch. He was losing his shit and felt like he deserved a warning from Kourt. More than anything, the star felt regret when he saw Kourtney live the life she always wanted. Yeah, the life he refused to give her all this time. Consequences of his own actions, or you can say lack thereof. Scott never thought Kourtney would actually move on like that, but she did. I'm talking 3 weddings. That's a lot of getting married. Speaking of which, a 4th one isn't out of the question. You heard that right. At this point, I'll say they're doing all these ceremonies just to spite Scott, as if he doesn't hate Barker already. While Kourt and Barker are out there posing with that baby bump, Scott is sick of seeing their pics on every corner of the internet. Kourtney knows how Scott feels about her marriage, and she isn't going to let it affect her. She's gonna do what she wants to, so I guess Scott just needs to get over his jealousy and accept the fact that Kourtney's gone now. She's his kid's mother, and that's all they have left. Hating on Barker isn't going to do anything. He's only making a joke out of himself with all that trash talking. So there you have it. From absolutely hating his ex's new baby daddy to being gutted by the new Kravis baby on the way, this was Scott Disick's reaction to Kourtney Kardashian's pregnancy.